Hi folks, this is more example on complementary and supplementary angles. Now we have this diagram that we're given here. This diagram we are told to calculate the value of angles indicated by the small letter. We have line ABC and the line BE and the line BD. If you look here, this is a straight line and the angles in a straight line, they make 180. We're given an unknown angle there, which is x. We are looking for that x, which is this. It's an angle here, and we're given the angle 44. And if we're given the box, and this is what? This is a right angle. It's 90. So there are two ways I want to show you how to calculate this in terms of supplementary and complementary. I'll start with the complementary. So the complementary part here, since we are told that this angle is 90, therefore this means that it's also 90. So those two angles, 44 and x, they are equal to, when you add them, they are equal to 90. So we say, to find that, we say x. Okay, let me lower that. We say x plus 44 degrees equal to 90. That's the statement. Guys, always in geometry, we calculate using the statement and reason. So the reason for that, when these two angles, when we add them, they are equal to it. They are equal to 90. We call that angle, it's complementary angles. Those are complementary angles. So we say x is equal to, we transpose the 44 degrees to 90, so it's going to become negative in this side. So x is equal to 46 degrees. So this angle here, x is what? Is 46 degrees. Now, let's look at an alternative method using the supplementary angles or the angles in a straight line. We say since this is a straight line, so all these angles, they add up to 180. So we're going to add all of them. We'll say x plus 44 degrees plus 90 equal to 180 degrees. So the reason for that, we'll say it's supplementary angles or angles in a straight line, or the adjacent angles in a line. So we'll say these two are like terms. We'll have x plus 134 degrees equal to 180, and then we transpose the 34 to that side. We'll have x is equal to 180 minus 134, so x is equal to 46. Again, it's the same method. I hope that makes sense, guys. Let's look at another question. We are looking for the angles. The angles that we are looking for this angle x and angle y. Here, guys, if we can see, we have the line DE and the line GH and the line AFG and the line HI, right? So what we are going to do, we're going to find that. So using the complementary and the supplementary, which is the angle in a straight line, so this is how we're going to do this. So finding x here, we can use if this is we can use this straight line, which is the supplementary in this case. So all these angles are in this straight line, they make up 180. So what we're going to do, we're going to say x plus 90 plus 32 gave us 180. Okay, let's do that to calculate. We'll say x plus 90 degrees plus 32 equal to 180. And then when we add those angles in that straight line, which is HI, we call them angles in a straight line, or supplementary angles. We call them supplementary angles. So x, when you add these two, it's going to be 122 plus 100 is equal to 180, and then x is going to be 180 degrees minus 122 degrees. So we'll transpose that. So the answer here is going to be 58. It's going to be 58 degrees. So x here, it's 58 degrees. We found that angle. So now we are left with y. So in order to get y, we can use the same, which is the supplementary angles or angle in a straight line, or we can use the complementary. So since this is 90, and this simply means that this is 90 as well, right? So we can use the complementary to get this. So let's do it. So we will say x plus y equal to 90. As I've just mentioned, this is 90 as well. So we'll say complementary angles. So we do have x is 58, which is calculated. We are looking for y equal to 90 degrees. So we will say y is equal to 90 degrees minus 58 degrees. Y is going to be y minus 58. It's going to be 90 minus 58. It's going to be 22 degrees. So this one angle is 22 degrees, right? Or we're going to say, since we have y, since we have x there, we are looking for y, we can say, we can use this straight line, this straight line FG, and we're going to say x plus y plus 90 degrees equal to 180. We say that's angles in a straight line, or supplementary angles. Now we have x is 58 plus 58 degrees plus we are looking for y plus 90 degrees equal to 180. So y is going to be y plus 58 plus 90, it's going to be 148 degrees equal to 180 degrees. So we can simply say y is equal to 180 minus 148 degrees. Y, it's going to be 180 minus 148, it's going to be 22. That's an alternative to get. Okay, let's look at another question that is looking for an angle. The question, it says find the sizes of an unknown angle with reason. So we want this angle, which is A, in this straight line ABC, and we're given this angle is 120, and we want in this 180 we want this portion. Technically you can even know the answer by inspection there, but you are required to give reason and calculate for that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to add the two angles in a straight line, which is this angle and this angle we're going to add. So we'll say A plus 120 degrees equal to 180. We'll say supplementary angles or angles in a straight line. We can say A equal to, we'll transpose the 120. Okay, let's say 180 degrees minus 120. So A is equal to 180 minus 20 is equal to what? 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. right? Let's look at this question again. This question, you have, let's say these lines, you have A, B, C, D. So if you look at the line ABC, ABC is perpendicular to the line BD. What do we mean by perpendicular? They form angle 90 when they intersect. So now let's calculate this unknown angle here. What reason? We're looking for this unknown angle here. So this angle, you can see it's 90. We're going to get 90 because if you are given 90 this side, that means also this one is 90. So but we need to do it by calculation. So we'll say angle B plus 90 gives you 180. Those are the adjacent angles in a straight line. So we'll say the reason it's supplementary angles. So we'll say B equal to, transpose the 90, 180 degrees minus 90 degrees. B is equal to what? 90 degrees. That's straightforward. Okay, here we have this diagram. This diagram, we have these two lines that are perpendicular. Okay, let's name the lines. Let's say it's E, F, G, H. So here in this diagram, we have two perpendicular lines. We have EF, line EF, which is this line. It's perpendicular to FG. And we're given the angle there, the entire angle there, it's 90. If they are perpendicular to each other, we see by this box here. So we are looking for the value of x. We're looking for x here. What is this angle here? But we have to find x there. Now what are we going to use there? We're going to use the complementary angle. We will say 2x plus 40 degrees equal to what? 90. We're adding the two angles. They're equal to 90 because we were given the box there equal to 90. So the reason for that, we say it's complementary angles. Then we'll say 2x is equivalent to 90 degrees minus 40 degrees. So 2x is going to be equal to what? To 50 degrees. And then we divide 50 degrees by 2 and the 2x by 2. So we're looking for x there. So our x here, it's going to be what? 25 degrees. So this angle here, it's not 25, it's only x. That is 25. So this angle here, it's 2 times 25. It's 2 times 25. So 2x is equal to 2 times 25 degrees, which is 50 degrees. So 50 degrees plus 40 degrees, it really makes 90. That means it's a complementary angle. Here in this example, we're looking for the value of x and y, which is the angle. We're looking for this angle and this angle. So what we see here, we only have one straight line ABCD, and this straight line can help us to find the x and y. We can start with any. We can start with y, we can start with x. So since the 137 and x are adjacent angle in a straight line, so we can use the angles in a straight line to get that. So we can say x plus 137 degrees equal to 180. We can say angles in a straight line or supplementary angles. So we'll say x is equal to 180 minus 137. Right? So x is equal to 43 degrees. So we have x here, it's 43 degrees. So now we can go and find y. Since also y and 141 are adjacent angles, meaning they are next to each other. They make up 180 when you add them. They are adjacent angles on a straight line. So we can say y plus 141 equal to 180 degrees. Same reason, we can say angles in a straight line or supplementary angles. Alright, so we can say y equal to 180 degrees minus 141. Y is equal to 39 degrees. Let's look at this problem again. This one we are looking for the angles. We are only given this angle, it's 80, and we're told that this one is 2x and this one is 100 minus 100 degrees minus 2x. So we have to find these angles. But now, since these are the adjacent angles in a straight line, so they add up to 180. So what we're going to do, we'll say 2x plus um, plus 80 degrees plus 100 degrees minus 2x, they're equivalent to 180. Remember, I said all these angles, they add up to 180 in this straight line. So the reason here, it will be what? Angles in a straight line. Alright, or supplementary angles. So what we're going to have there, it's going to be we 2x minus x, 2x plus 180 equal to 180. So this x and this x, 2x gives you 0, so 180 equal to 180. That's what you have there. So it proves, this proves that the line ABC is a straight line. Straight line. Because all these angles, they mount up to 180. Now let's look at the following problem. The following problem we have a straight line here, and we have this angle and this angle that we're looking for, which is equivalent. When you have y and y, and that means that this y is equivalent to this y, we'll find just one y which is equivalent to that, and we're given that angle is 54, and all these angles, they amount to 180. They are angles in a straight line. So this is how we're going to do it. We'll say y plus 54 degrees, they equal to 180. We'll say angles in a straight line. So that will be 2y plus 54 degrees equal to 180, and then we have 2y is equal to 180 degrees minus 54. Then you have 2y is equal to 126, and then 2y we divide by we divide by 2 both sides, so y it's going to be 63. So this angle is 63 degrees and this angle is 63. So when you add them, 63 plus 63 degrees plus 54 degrees, they equal to 180. Let's look at another problem. This one, we have a straight line, and it has another straight line that cuts through it. Now we are looking for an angle x here, which is equivalent with this. These two angles are equivalent. So the variable that you're looking for, if it's x and x, you must know you're looking for the same thing. So you are given 48 and 56. So now since you have this straight line DEF, all these angles here, they add up to 180. We can just add them. So don't make a mistake and think this is 90 while you're not given a box and this is 90. It's not. So what are you going to do there? You're going to say x plus x. You start with the variable, and then which is this, and then you're going to add this. Eventually you add all of them. So you say plus 56 degrees plus 48 degrees equal to 180, and these are angle in a straight line, which is the straight line is DEF. So these two will be 2x, 1x plus 1x is 2x plus 56 plus 48, that's 56 plus 48, that's 90, that'll be 104, that's 104, yes, equal to 180. So what do you need to do? You transpose the 104, so you have 180 minus 104. So 2x is equal to 180 minus 104. It's going to be 76 degrees. So we have 2x equal to 76 degrees. We divide by 2, and your x will be equal to 70. It's going to be 35. 76 divided by 76 divided by 2, it's going to be 38 degrees. So this x is what? Is 38 degrees, and this one is 38. Eventually, if you add 48 plus 38 plus 56 plus 38 equal to 180. Let's look at this one again. Now we have a straight line here, M and P, and we are looking for different angles now, which is x and y. They will be different. They're not going to be the same. If it was y and y, it was going to be the same. Now we have this straight line MN, and all these angles are adjacent angles in this line. But now we have to find x and y separately, not at the same time. We're going to do it at the same time if they were the same variable. So we will start with x. Since this angle is 90, so x plus 45, they add up to 90. They are complementary angles. So we'll say x plus 45 degrees equal to 90. The reason it's complementary angles. So we'll say x is equal to, we'll transpose the 45, it's going to be negative 45. That 90 minus 45, it will be 45. So it tells us this angle is what? Is 45. Even by inspection you can see. So if the total angle there it's 90 and this is 45, that means x is 45. So now let's go and look for y. Y, we can use the same, the complementary, because this is 90 as well. So we can say y plus 50 equal to 90. The reason for that, it's complementary angles. When you add the two angles gives you 90. It's complementary. So y is equal to 90 minus 50. We transpose the 50. It's going to be 90 minus 50 is equal to 40 degrees. Alternatively, you can calculate this by, say, adding all of them, because you have here, you have this 45 here, so that makes 90. So this 45 plus 45 makes 90. You can say 90 degrees plus 50 degrees plus y equal to 180. So there will be angles in a straight line, or the supplementary angles. So this is going to be what? It's going to be 140. So you have y is equal to 180 minus 140, and then your y will be equal to 50. Do you see? It's the same. Your y is not 50, sorry, it's 40. Your y is the same, it's going to be 40, is the same as this one.